Okay, so this video is the homework 8, 3.11 through 3.15. So we'll get started with 3.11. The answers for 3.11 are in the back of the book. I just wanted to give a reminder and say two things. First, adverbial complements, predicate adjectives, predicate nominatives are all types of subject complement. So just keep that in mind that those three are different types of subject complements. With object complements, just keep in mind that an object complement can be either a noun or noun phrase, but sometimes object complements can be adjectives. So let's look then at 3.12. And so 3.12 just asks, are these statements true or false? For 6, the B substitution test is helpful for finding direct objects. No, use the B substitution test to determine whether a word is a linking verb. 7, the be verb is always a linking verb. False. Recall we said words like feel, sounds, those sense verbs. Those can also be linking verbs. Number 8, some verbs like feel can function as a linking or action verb. Yeah, that's true. I can feel something. Feel is an action, but I can also say the weather feels hot. So then that example, it's linking. So feel can be both. An object complement can be a noun, adjective, or adverb. Well, it can be a noun. Object complements can be an adjective, but no, they can't be an adverb. And number 10, indirect object always precedes the direct object. So it's always IO plus DO. Now we do the movement test to switch their order just to make sure that it is indeed IODO. But yeah, always S plus TV plus IODO. So 3.13, we have quite a few here where we are asked to identify the underlying word. And this is an important activity. This is the type of activity, the type of question that you can anticipate on your quiz, where you have an item underlined and you need to identify which it is. So number 6, English speakers are often very surprised. So first step, identify the verb. The verb is are. Are is a linking verb, so we know it must be S plus LV. So the main sentence, English speakers are surprised. So what is surprised? That is an adjective, right? Because we could say English speakers are happy. So we can test that surprised is an adjective, so PA. Number 7, linguistic interactions often reflect social identities. So we have S plus TV plus DO. Social identities is the direct object. There is only one noun phrase after the verb. 8, many Native Americans lost their native languages in boarding schools. Remember, in boarding schools is a prepositional phrase. So toss that aside and you are left with only one noun phrase. So therefore we have S plus TV plus the direct object, their native languages. Number 9, schools gave them English names. So the test is, is this IODO or is it DOOC? Because we have S, we have the subject schools, we have a transitive verb gave, and now we have two noun phrases, them and English names. So can we move these? Schools gave English names to them. Yes, you can move it. So that means it's pattern number 6. So that means them is the indirect object and English names is the direct object. Number 10, the forced schooling away from family made the children vulnerable. So we have the main verb made. And now notice we have the children. Okay, so this is a noun phrase. We have vulnerable. Okay, so vulnerable is an adjective. The children are vulnerable. So vulnerable here is an object complement because it is giving us more information. It is describing the children. Linguists consider language a social construct. So here we have S, linguist, TV, consider, we have language, and a social construct. So we have two noun phrases. So we have to decide, is this IO plus DO or DO plus OC? So linguists consider a social construct to language? No, we can't say that. So it is not IO-DO, but it is, language does equal a social construct. So this is DO plus OC, therefore language is DO. Pragmatic studies are valuable. Okay, so we have the subject, pragmatic studies, we have the linking verb are, and we have a predicate adjective, valuable. So 13, 14, and 15. So 13, language myths create this. So we just have one noun phrase after the transitive verb, so it's a direct object. Some people consider certain dialects incorrect. So dialects equal incorrect. Dialects are incorrect. This object complement is complementing the direct object, dialects. 15, linguists provide us details. So we have a noun phrase us, and we have a noun phrase details. Can we move them? Linguists provide details to us. Yes, you can move it. So that means it's pattern 6. That means it's IO plus DO. So us is the indirect object. 3.14 and 3.15, those can certainly vary tremendously, and those are items that you need to look at individually. So that is all for the video for homework 8.